Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 20th episode of this series where I cast your games. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for all the love that this series has gotten. More than 2,000 views and a lot of new subscribers here on the channel, so thank you so much. And to celebrate our 20 video anniversary, today we're casting another high elo player. He's played more than 700 games already this season, and he has 550 games on his main champion, averaging a KDA of 1.97, which, to be fair, isn't a lot, but with almost 550 games on his main champions, he's definitely here to show us what he's got, what he can do, I should rather say. The guy I'm talking about, and the guy we are casting today,
Minions have spawned.
during his time in the mid lane, CEO of Stupid, today on the Cassiopeia. And yeah, as I said, almost 550 games on this champion. KDA 1.97. I mean, it's with these kinds of players, you know, he's Diamond 1, so obviously the guy knows, or not just knows how to play, he's really good at the game. And especially also in Cassiopeia, when you have that many games on her and you are Diamond 1. But when you have the low KDAs, it almost goes to show that it's hit or miss in his games. It's either 10-0 or 0-10, but we'll have to talk about him in a moment, because we had a level 1 cheese from the red side bot lane here, which is something you can do usually when you have a Thresh and a Kalista, two very good level 1 champions, especially going into a Jhin who's obviously very weak because of his very low attack speed, level 1. But yeah, Cassiopeia is the guy we're casting today. We've already casted a couple of very good Cassiopeias in this series, so it's going to be exciting to see what the CEO of Stupid can do. And let's not hope that he's living up to his name as being the CEO of Stupid, but rather the CEO of something good. Yeah. But yeah, the blue team is the team we will be following today. We have our protagonist in the mid lane, we have a Pantheon going up against Fiora in the top lane, a very snowballing matchup. Once again, we see a lot of those in these solo queue games. Both Pantheon and Fiora has the potential to just completely 1 versus 9 the game if they get a lead over the other, and then it can snowball the lane into a very big lead to one of the two hyper characters we have in the top lane. Bot lane, however, we're looking at now, we have Kalista going up against Jhin, and as I said, Kalista Thresh having the should have the tempo here in the early game. Stronger level 1 combo, stronger level 2, 3s. It is double range from the side of red team, so they should also get the push into Jhin Rakan here, who's clear. It's not that fast, but Thresh lands distance, it also flays or Rakan out of his, I think it was his grand entrance. At least it dashed back to Jhin. Pops the ignite, also Kalista flashed forward, but they do not manage to get a kill. So red team bot lane here, they burn 2 summoners in the bot lane and they do not get a kill. Maybe this opened up something for the blue side jungle, who's already made his way down here in the bot side river, taking down Skull. It looks like to me, and we will see if he's looking for the gank. We see some pinks coming down onto the red side bot lane here, and will Rakan go down? Couple stack for Kalista, will not pop the rent, actually will, but first of all goes over to Jhin. Thresh will also go down, and so will be 2 kills for the side of blue, or for blue team here, I should rather say. Red team completely overstaying with the jungle top side, no vision in the river whatsoever, and an ADC without flash, and that's just an easy gank here for Skarner, at really utilizing the fact that that they knew that Kalista had already burned the flash. So very good gank for Skarner here. And so much we haven't seen, or so far we haven't seen so much to our protagonist Cassiopeia, which we should probably also talk a bit about. And when you have a Cassiopeia against a Victor mid lane, it is a very slow, usually it is a very slow mid lane. Both these laners looking to scale. Cassiopeia wants to get to level 6. and her ultimate, the Petrifying Gaze, available to him just makes her so much stronger. The same goes about Victor, needs to get his level 6's Chaos Storm, but then again, both of these champions pretty depend on other things. Victor certainly needs a couple of items before he really starts doing damage here, where Pantheon almost takes down Fiora, burns its Ignite, but doesn't manage to get the kill. Oh, let's see, Thresia predicts the movement from Jhin, lands a death sentence, forces the Jhin, or the flash out also from Jhin. And a very good little trade here for the red team support, just predicting the little sidestep that that Jhin went for. But in the mid lane, we have Victor who wants to get a couple of items, and we have, let's see, Thresh walks up into a lot of minions here, misses death sentence, and is chunked a bit. If I can ever make or finish a sentence here about the mid lane, never mind. Rakan goes in with the grand entrance, but is hooked, I think. Will go down eventually to the Ren from Kalista, and here is the Cincer. It's a 3 vs 3 the bottom lane Thresh. Oh, Rakan has already gone down. What about the Ren? Ren will take down Skarner also, who actually will be listened. And what about Jhin? Will he escape? Or there is a Thresh here on top of him. That should be another kill for Lee Sin. Flashes forward actually, instead of just walking up to him. But okay, I guess better to be safe than sorry. That's 3 kills for red team. He has also a very quick comeback for the 2 early game kills that the red team bot lane gave over to the blue team. Now there's 3-2 in kills. But yeah, talking about the mid lane, once again I'm gonna try to do it now for the 4th time. Victor wants to get a couple of items. So does Cassiopeia, and Cassiopeia on top of that is very mana thirsty. When you get into these team fights where you want to pop the Twin Fang repeatedly, you need to have a lot of mana, or at least a blue buff available to you. So mid lane, I mean, Rakan is just ending at this point with the grand entrance once again. Going in there, just trying to force a bit too much. You have a Skarner jungle who doesn't have any gap closes whatsoever, so you need to play the fights a little slower. Also, he is without... Oh, never mind. Let's see here in the top lane. The Grand Starfall is used by Pantheon. He also chooses the riposte. What about Fiora? Doesn't have the Grand Challenge available to her, or does she? I don't think she has quite yet. Okay, Pantheon went for another trade here. Also catch the wave in a good position and should now be able to push it in before Lee Sin will be there to gank him. Should be a reset. But yeah, as we already see here, CEO still with our protagonist very low on mana, and this is just the everlasting problem when you play Cassiopeia. Very strong champion, but just extremely mana hungry. Let's see, Victor here has already used the flash and goes 5-man gank mid lane, only 8 minutes into the game. Wow! And Victor just disappears. Both someone used, but a very good clash. Almost makes you believe that this is a 5v5. Or this is a ranked team, right? Because very coordinated 5-man play for blue team here. But yeah, Victor ends up going down, and it's still 4 kills to 3 to the side of red team. And again, just really utilizing the fact that they have a very strong bot lane here in the early game. Kalista 20 CS up, does only have a kill, and Jhin has 2 because of the great early game gank that Skarner got off into the bot lane. But yeah, we're really seeing the power of the strength of Kalista Thresh right now in the bot lane, just applying pressure and should be able to get a couple more plays here. Skarner has made his way to the top side. The riposte hasn't been used. Ooh, stuns Fiora, and they managed to take her down, and that's another kill, or that's the first kill for Pantheon. And Thresh actually doing a really good job of always flaying Rakan out of his gap closes whenever he tries to dash forward with the Grand Entrance, all back into Jhin with his W, his E, I think it is, I'm not quite sure. But Thresh really showing a support diff, and as I say that, the hook goes very wide. Oof, and then as I say that, great play Lantern into flash play onto the blue team ADC, and that's just a dead Jhin. No counterplay without this flash available to him. Does pop the heal, should probably just have saved it, but sometimes you want to try. Pantheon flashes forward, they know that Victor doesn't have flash available to him. Petrifying Gaze also used, and Victor goes down. That's now a 0-2 red team mid laner and our protagonist of this episode with his second kill. 2-0 Cassiopeia, and I think he also got the kill with the 5-man collapse onto Victor before. So, I mean, looking kinda good for CEO of Stupid here. 90 CS, 2-0 score. Oh, Jhin popped the curtain call, but there was a Lee Sin waiting for him. And that's a trick out of the good old book for jungle mains. You kill the ADC first, okay, go wait in the bush for him to come back, kill him again. No, he doesn't have summons available to him. Well, Skarner here coming to catch the wave. Is a bit more tanky than a Jhin is, so will not be taken down. Oh, and again, just a great use of the lantern. I think the red team support here is really doing a good job so far this game. The main characters so far in the first 11 minutes, Fresh really doing a good job, landing a lot of good skill shots onto the enemy team bot lane, and just helping his team out a lot with some good plays both in bot lane and also mid lane collapsing onto Victor for the first kill in the mid lane back then. Top lane still looking a bit rough for red team, even though they're doing very good in the bot lane. Top lane is a bit rough with the Fiora being 20 CS down, also a kill down. And blue team almost gets the first turret of the game with the Herald. Brain entrance popped in the mid lane. Oh, that's a flash insect at least. Ends up going down to the ignite though from Rakan. It was a kind of discount, or should I say a Walmart insect, but it definitely looked good. However, doesn't work out. The sim goes down. That's a big shutdown going over to the blue team. And what about, yeah, you cannot take the lantern when it's on top of the miasma. No gap closes allowed, and that's just how it goes. Kalista goes down once again, even though Thresh tried to save her. And yeah, that's the first turret going over to blue team, so making a bit of comeback here, even though red team, it looked to me as like the red team had good control in the early game. Now we have a 1k gold lead, 1.5k gold lead for blue team. Bit of a comeback. We also see our protagonist, CEO of Stupid, the only one so far, or right now in the game I should say, with a shutdown. It's a 300 gold shutdown. They have also got the second Drake of the game already. I didn't even see they got the first one. So things starting to look good for blue team here. Pantheon doing a good job in the isolated 1 versus 1 in the top lane, just out farming. Same in the jungle. And you know, blue team, you have your kills on your carrots, which is what you want. Obviously, 3 kills on Cassiopeia, you have 2 kills on Jhin. Where red team, well, you have 4 kills on the Sin. The Kalista will take down the first bot turret of the game, or I should rather say the first turret for red team, because obviously blue team, they just killed the bot turret, a bot turret of their own. But yeah, talking about the jungle again, having 4 kills on the Sin, I mean, it's great if you're winning the early to mid game, because Lee Sin is really a force not to reckon with in the early to mid game. Very strong base stats. Let's see what happens here. Fiora pops a grand challenge, but Pantheon standing up against the wall will not make it so that she can get her heal, but it looks like it will go down anyway. So a great 1 versus 1 from Fiora here, isolated. What about in the bot lane? This is a great gank onto Jhin, will go down. Another flash popped in the mid lane, and the Impale takes Victor away from under his turret, and they will take Victor down. So just 3 rapid kills, 1 in the top lane, 1 in the middle, and 1 in the bot lane. Just this game is starting to speed up a bit. Yeah, in the top lane, Fiora, I mean, I assume that maybe Pantheon just used his spear or something, missed it, and then Fiora went for the grand challenge and won the 1 versus 1 in the mid lane. It was great gang from Skarner. Let's see what happens here again. Rakan forced it a bit with the grand entrance, I think, but it is 3 versus 3 down here. Jhin is also on his way. What about Red team, they will escape with the help of the Fate's Call. But yeah, 3 plays in 3 lanes at almost the same time, and here comes Pantheon with the Grand Starfall, takes down the Sin, and that is a huge chunk of gold. Will go down though to Kalista, and will Kalista fall to the Ignite? Doesn't look like it. Great kiting here for the red team bot lane. Kalista really playing this out great. Wow, I actually thought that it would just be 3 kills for Pantheon, but some great kiting here. And Jhin just was a bit behind the play, couldn't get close to the fight in time, so it ends up being the 2-1 for red team. But yeah, the next play of the game, I mean, you have the Herald up. It's not really that much or that important of an objective, I should say. The second Herald is not really something that is heavily contested. Let's see here, Victor is caught out, trying to push or take down the blue team mid turret. Will not get it, ends up going down instead. But yeah, Herald is an objective that should probably be taken out just because the dragon is not, and you've already taken down the tier 1 mid turret as blue team. Then you can go and take the Herald. Usually on an objective you want to take. Fresh here caught out a bit and throwing his momentum a bit. Not the best death to get right there. I mean, your mid laner has died, so there's a big chance that the enemy team is doing Herald. Why do you want to go and check that area? You're not going to get it anyways. But yeah, ends up going down. Should be a tier 2 mid turret. And Kalista taken with the Impale back into the blue team. Oops, Ghana doesn't go down to the turret, and that's 2 kills of blue team here. What about the Chaosstone? Will it take down our protagonist? No, it will not, and we have to point out right now that that CEO is with our protagonist 6-0 so far, but here is Fiora. Will she get anything? Lands a riposte onto Skarner, I think, but it's knocked up with the great entrance from Rakan. And now very low. Oof, and that's a quick Twin Fang. And somehow Cassiopeia also gets fresh, even though he was hit with the shot of the curtain call. Not quite sure how that went down, but okay, it's now 8 kills for our protagonist. 8-0 with a 700 gold bounty, and this game spiraling a bit out of control for red team here. Okay, Victor gets a kill back, will probably go down to Jhin here, and he does so. Great for blue team, you just got the gold reset onto Victor, and then you're taken down straight afterwards. But yeah, game snowballing a bit out of control here for red team. And we should see CEO of Stupid just doing work here. Yeah, oof, it's chaos by Pantheon, but okay. I mean, this is just an 8-0 Cassiopeia with 150 CS, 18 minutes into the game so far. Playing very smart here, doesn't have vision on anyone, so decides to back off. Will take down Pressure also, or Willie is saved by the Fate's Call. And okay, I mean, HP bar isn't even touched. Pantheon tanked the first couple of hits, right, but very strong Cassiopeia at this point. Also get the third drag of the game, only 18.5 minutes in, so that's blue team now on soul point. And doing a good job here, clearing out some wards. But yeah, you have the Drake now, you have taken down the both mid turrets. So what you probably want to do now as blue team, let's see what happens here. Sin goes in with the Dragon's Rage, knocks Jhin back into his own team, but no one is there. Let's see if they will take. Skarner will use his ultimate on the Sin. I actually don't think use it, I just think he stunned him with his E, and yeah, that's another kill for blue team. But what you want to do now is probably get some vision in the top side of the red team's jungle here, and you want to prepare the Baron spawning in 40 seconds, and just look for some picks with either the Grand Entrance from Rakan or the Impale from Skarner. Let's see, looks like Fiora is caught out here, and that's just a very big CC chain. Will maybe escape, is hit by the Deadly Flourish, and Skarner takes her down, gets his first kill of the game. Red team have a couple of members waiting for items or standing AFK in in spawn, not quite sure. And it is only a 4k goldie, we have to remember. It's not unwinnable yet. But looks like blue team, they will go for a 20-minute Baron so far. Yeah, 2 or 3 members of red team standing AFK, and it looks like this game will be a wrap very soon if this continues. But yeah, you have the vision in the top side jungle. You know no one is close for red team, so just take down this Baron. It's free. There's now 6k gold lead. You have the push now with the Baron empowered minions. I mean, you want to take down the tier 2 turrets. At this point, I think you could 1-3-1, put Cassiopeia and probably in the bot lane, put Panther in the top lane, just the rest of your 3 members mid lane. Because I mean, you have Cassiopeia as a TP, and Pantheon has his Grand Star call to join the fight if red team ever look to fight your 3 members in the mid lane, right? Let's see here. Nice little 1 versus 1, and it's not even close at this point. Pantheon, I mean, just standing on top of Fiora, taking it down. And that's what happens when you have a 2-level lead and half an item. When you're playing Pantheon into your Fiora, I mean, it's just no real counterplay. Let's see what happens here. The Sin stun once again, use the Dragon Rage to kick away Skarner, but it's just too much damage for the side of blue team so far. Let's see what happens here. Petrifying Gaze is used. What about the Impale? Will that be used? Skarner will get another kill for himself. But yeah, our protagonist CEO is stupid. I mean, 9-0 and 6, and as I say that, we have a surrender vote for red team and a TP onto a minion standing 2 feet away from yourself. But yeah, I mean, very good game for our protagonist, CEO Stupid, actually going flawless. Or what is the challenge called? Being an unkillable Demon King, I think it's called. But yeah, well played, that's all I can say. Thank you for letting me cast your game, and remember, if you're watching this and want me to cast your game, feel free to comment your summon name down below. Until next time, see ya.